and they want something to fight for. And they start thinking that our war is against the KKK. And if they start thinking it's not, okay, the war that you're speaking about would have been the ongoing, you spoke of it earlier, the ongoing everyday legislation showing that melanin dominant people are being directly targeted. It's not the same now. So that war, especially legislatively, ended in the 60s and 70s. A lot of the people that pushed for the voters' rights and all the civil rights movement, all of that, ended a lot of those political wars. So the political war has been stopped. Do we still have some
The
people slipping through the cracks?
political wars stop.
Those political wars have stopped. Okay, let me show you what I mean by that, because you asked a good question. So let me show you what I mean by that. When the last time you seen the KKK outside your house? When the last time you heard them riding around? And you would have heard them because I heard the stories. You heard them riding around in their pickup trucks on their horses, screaming their war call. When the last time you seen the Black Panthers have to go and shoot some of them in retaliation, and they did? Or the Black Indians go and shoot some of them in retaliation, and they did? Or hang some of them in retaliation, and they did?
Yeah.
When the last
Okay.
time you
So
seen
it's like
any of
this.
that?
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, I think that the only reason they was doing it at that time is because they had more rain, right? They had a little more freedom to act like that, right?
Okay,
A
so then
little
look, look,
more.
look, look,
Hold,
look.
hold on. I'm gonna get to it.
You asked me
No,
when did the war stop?
I'm about to answer.
That
I'm about
type
to.
of war that type of war is over. We're
I'm,
no longer having to deal with walking outside and being worried about the KKK. We're
okay.
not dealing with that at large.
Hold on 1 second. I don't know. I ain't never stopped worrying about racist white people. I don't know when you stopped worrying about them.
That's
I
why I
don't.
said the word at large, like meaning
Okay. But
generally speaking.
see.
Don't you? Okay, so who owns the gym that you go to?
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna answer that because
Go ahead.
that's not irrelevant. Relevant to what I'm about to say to you now.
Go ahead.
I think that the fact that they not doing that no more is worse than when they were. Simply because now you got a collective, a younger generation that stay more equipped than our folks could have. That's more ready than our folks could have been. They got a little more push and power behind them and allies behind them than our folks did, right? Now
That's not true.
they doing it
That's not
quiet.
true.
Okay. What I mean by that is this. What I mean by that is, all right, 60s, 50s, 40s. Let's just go to the 40s, right? How easy was it for just a regular black civilian to own firearms? How easy was it to
It
obtain
was
that?
very easy.
Not really.
No, it was. No, yes, it was. You said 50s and the 60s.
40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah,
Just
it
to,
was very easy. Now, could they have been met with
hold
scrutiny
on,
and
hold on,
pushback? Yes, but it
hold on
was
one
very
second.
easy.
We talking about. I'm talking about the times where. Okay, I'm talking about when it wasn't that easy for blacks to buy guns, just to walk in the store owned by white people and buy firearms. It wasn't easy, bro. Just like just
That's a
like
different
just
question.
like
Now
just
you
like
asking me a different question.
no. What I'm saying
If you
is
were a
what
part
I'm.
of their systems, there's a reason why they had segregation. There's a reason why they push for integration. If you were part of their system, then yeah. But
Hold
this
on.
is what I'm telling y'all. We had whole systems, environments, neighborhoods beyond Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we were successful prior to the integration of Martin Luther King. A lot of people got beef with Martin Luther King because they didn't really want to integrate. And when that legislation came, it actually stopped tens of thousands of successful businesses and environments where it was just us. And we had guns, and we had sense, and we had top education. You ran into them country boys, they couldn't damn near speak. Them was the ones who talking about, you ain't going to damn, it wasn't us. We knew how to articulate. We was the wise ones. We had the wisdom, the education, and all of that. And then the integration came. What they show you on TV, them 70 people marching in the streets do not represent all of the 20 million melanin dominant people that were living in the Western Hemisphere. Not to mention those who were in the rural areas, and the farmers, that ones who invested in and indulged in agriculture, who rose their children up to do the same, and some of them still out there.
Okay.
They want to bring your attention to the heart of the
I
city
get that.
because that was politics.
I get that, but we drifted we drifted from away from what we
No,
were
I don't
talking
feel
about.
like
Like,
it. I think I'm still on the point of the
you
question that
went a
you
little
asked
further
of when did
away.
that war end?
No, what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is what I'm saying is they're quiet. I said it's worse now because they are quiet and we can't eyeball them, right? You don't know. See, me personally, I study their tattoos. That's one thing I always look for. So if I'm in a store somewhere and I'm looking at a tatted up white person, I look for the tattoos and let me know who they are. Like I pay attention to little details. So it's worse now that they're quiet. They're not riding around in their trucks, so we know who they are. Because then we really know. But now it's different. So back then they did it because niggas couldn't do nothing about it.
No, that's not
Niggas,
true.
niggas are, man.
That's what I want to
You
say.
you tell me the KKK roll around downtown or and goddamn old Nat. You think they finna truck down there? No, niggas will skate shit up soon as they see us coming,
We
and
were
we know
doing that
that.
already. They only represent one side of the story. How you think the revolutions? Okay, a lot of people talk about revolutions with the slaves. We were winning those. Them slave masters were waking up with their head gone. People talk about the Jim Crow law. It's a reason why Jim Crow ain't still around, and it ain't just because some people done pushed the pin. We were killing them. So I know for sure the Black Panther Party that they show y'all in the TV, that ain't the Black Panther Party. The real Black Panthers, not only did they ride out to go to war against the KKK, they would team up with the KKK sometimes to fight the power. And that was my grandfather. I want to deal with what came with pushing these. I'm explaining to you. So no, this ain't just no good talk. This is the reality. Is them people had a problem with us, and we gave them their issue. So now it's worse because we don't know who the enemy is, who is the real enemy, not who the KKK is. Who is our target now? Who's the real enemy now? When we can step outside and be killed by some niggas who are mistaking us for another identity or somebody else they got a problem with, and we done got stereotyped by a nigga that stay on the block with us, and that happens. So the only way I can have a Nolan Wells problem is if I'm around them people, hanging around them people as Nolan Wells was. So if I'm gonna speak about what them folks got going on the other side of the damn city in a creek some damn where, I gotta be there to speak about that. So my focus is really building on my communities and my people. I'm not looking at the tattoos of the white man. I'm looking at the tattoos of the nigga who stayed on the block, trying to figure out what this one mean versus that one. I'm having to make sure I'm not looking at a nigga too long when I'm getting my groceries in the store that's 2 feet from my house. I'm not worried about whether Tom or Bill got a problem with me over in Appalachian, Ohio. I don't give a fuck.
But okay, so it's like this. I hear you, bro. I do, but
But
you would walk in any hood in America before you go to a sundown town.
that's a fact.
Okay, because even though you know what come with the hood, they still
You
us.
missing one point though.
Hold on one second. Hold on one
Go ahead.
second. They both a war zone.
No
One
different in
second. Let me
Sundown
land it.
Town
Let me
and
land it.
Bankhead.
Let me land it. They both a risk to go into, right?
Facts.
But I would rather risk going into the hood, any hood, than I would risk going to a good old boy town, right?
No.
Because in the hood, at least I got a little more opportunity to talk with my folk, and then see, and then check the temperature.
I don't know how much you've been through there.
Wait.
Go ahead.
This is simplicity, is a survival, my nigga. Let's take out all the book knowledge, all the research. Let's take that out and let's keep it simple too. I would rather go in the hood than go to a good old boy town and walk and go get a burger at the goddamn at the what they call them at the diner. You know what I'm
Take me
saying?
to the good old boy town.
Boy, you got man, you not man, not with them good old boys sundown town. You not gonna walk in there and just be okay and be able to talk your way out of it. In the hood, you might be able to talk your way out of it in the hood because like you be able to talk your way out in the hood.
Okay,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
first of all, like you said earlier, both of them are war zones.
Both of
I'm
them is.
I'm safe in the sundown town until after sundown.
No, you're not. No,
Okay,
you're not.
okay.
They still don't want you there. They just say,
I didn't say they want me there or whether or not I said I'm safer there until
yeah.
sundown. Because
But watch
let me tell
this.
you something about them bitches. Them bitches don't even come outside to fuck with nobody. That's why it's called a sundown town. They don't even come outside to start fucking with you until after 6
Well,
p.m.
then let's not hone in on sundown town. Let's just say the good old boy town where you know who's predominantly there and you shouldn't be there as a black person, as a melanated person. You know you shouldn't be in that eating up their food in their diners, wherever they at, hold down and drinking beers. You know you're not gonna supposed to be there. But in the hood, you got an opportunity to just, hey, what's up? Oh, well, yeah, nah,
Again,
I ain't.
from
You
what
got
from
you got more
my
opportunity to talk.
experiences, and other people got different experiences. The only time them bitches over there get active is when that sun start going down. They cowards. They
But
cowards by nature, and they're
what you
afraid of
doing
people.
though? What you doing though is right now you avoiding
Well, let
saying
me
there's
finish
one.
so it won't sound like that. Them,
Let me finish too though.
all right, go ahead. Do your
One of
thing.
them is worse. One of them is worse than the other, bro. For us,
No.
if you telling me you would choose the white town that you know is full of racists and they hate because of your color over than going to the hood, I think that's wild, my nigga. I
Well, how
think
many
that's wild.
drive-bys you done seen the white folks do?
bro.
You just
Come
answer the
on,
question so it
man.
don't sound like when you say bro, you
No,
give the people that are
ask me how
listening.
many drive-bys I seen niggas do.
How many drive-bys you seen niggas do?
0.
Okay, how many drive-bys have you known about?
Why did you assume I seen niggas do drive-bys?
When I said seen, I didn't mean literally. I don't think you live with white folks. I was saying, like, do you see white folks doing the drive-bys or niggas?
I've never seen niggas do it.
Not with your physical. Do you know drive-bys exist?
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever heard about somebody getting caught up in a drive-by?
I have.
Who did it?
Shit, both sides. I've heard it on white and black. Trailer
Oh, for
park
real?
drive-bys. I've heard trailer park drive-bys. I've heard it. I've heard it on both sides. It
You
happens on
heard
both
drive?
sides.
Okay, so when you heard drive-bys, okay,
Oh, so you
I
think
got.
drive-bys is for niggas? That's our
No, no,
creation.
no. I think I got time, and you don't know how much I do. The Dracos, the switches, the Glocks, F&Ns, AK-47 drive-bys on people's sidewalks and hoods, shooting at people's mama house. You done heard the trailer park people do that?
I have heard white people do drive-bys, bro.
You
Yes.
heard white people do
I've heard black
drive-bys
people
with
do it too.
machine guns?
Bro, we both know it's a yes on both sides, bro. I know it happened I know it happened with my people, and I know it happened with them too. White people shoot up shit too. Like, why make it seem like white people don't just because it ain't heard as much? They shoot up shit too, bro.
Got you. So then,
We know that.
you know you messed up, right? You
All right,
probably didn't understand who you were talking to, so I had to show you. I just had to show
man,
you through
come on,
experience.
bro.
No, I had to show you through experience. You see how we done warped it back around to it's both? It's both. So if you know it's both, then target both. If you know
Like,
both, listen, wait, let me assess it. I got to walk you backwards. Both of them doing the shootouts per you. Okay. Both of them are war zones per you. Both of them people be on nigga shit, hatred, murderous per you. And it's dangerous in both of these environments for niggas.
It is.
Per you.
But I'm safer in one. I'm more safe in one than the other though.
You feel safe in more than
And I feel more safe in the hood than I would in any white ass town.
And I have to respect that.
That we know. I'm not talking about a suburb town where these white folks are mixed with, some of them ain't racist. I'm talking about the ones that still exist. Like for instance, you from Georgia. You know that there's a restaurant. I can what county it is where it's nothing but it's maybe like an hour away from here, maybe 2 hours from here, about an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Where it's nothing but KKK shit everywhere. You not finna just go walk in that bitch and go sit down and eat because they're not gonna serve you. And it's in Georgia. You can go right now and try it.
I'm also
you can go right now and try it.
To that same it's certain
You know what I'm
corner
saying?
stores.
But I'd rather go to the hood,
certain corner
to the
stores.
candy lady though. I'll go to the candy lady in any hood. I'll go to the candy lady in any hood. But I won't go to that restaurant by myself where I know
at that
who the
same
fuck
to
there.
that same degree. It's certain stores in the hood that you know not to go to unless you from whatever they from. Certain groups of people, it's certain hats I can't wear. Nigga, if I wear a hat with
For
a P on
sure.
it, you should know this. So, nigga, it's just certain shit that you can't do in every
But
environment.
if we comparing the two, I'd rather rock out on my side, bro.
Then I respect that. So look, then I respect that you saying you would rather rock out on your side and niggas die like that.
I'm gonna die either way.
I'm not gonna die either way. Not in that way.
What you mean?
Not in that
you gonna
way.
find me home? You think you finna walk out? You think you finna go in a restaurant like that and then walk out?
No, I'm gonna have the mentality that I'm gonna know. You know, this is kind of like a military mentality, but we should adopt it. I should know the terrain of anywhere I'm going.
For sure.
So if I'm going into Bankhead at 3 a.m., that's sundown town then. You see how you laugh, you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, unless you tapped in. If you tapped in, it's not.
Okay,
but
so then
you'll never be tapped in on the other side.
No, I can get tapped in on the other side.
Shit.
You don't know how to go then. Yes, you can get tapped in on the other side. What you saying? You can be untouchable on both sides. It depends on who you are. It depends on what you got moving through their neighborhood, whether or not you an asset. Come on now. It was niggas who was the Django before the Django.
I mean, bro, if you telling me you feel more safe in a racist town of white folks than you would in any hood, then that's
yeah, because they bitches. So what I'm trying to tell you is them some bitches. They not trying to broad daylight kill a nigga with ski masks on. They gonna wait. They gonna say, I'll catch you. You lost, boy. All that from across that's why they do that. That's why they famous for all that yee-haw shit. Cause they yell to let you know that they gonna catch you eventually. But all that close up and personal shit, I deal with that with niggas. The niggas trying to walk you down, We got that in our culture, niggas hopping out of vehicle trying to literally gun you down, stand over you and gun you down. If I go to them races, bro, they gonna look at me crazy. They gonna talk shit. I might get followed a little bit, but all I gotta do is let them niggas know I'm on the same shit they on, and they gonna back the fuck off. And I
All right,
did
well
that.
then let's. All right, bet. Then what? You in Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta. Then let's go to that restaurant. Me and you.
All right, cool. Hit me up.
I'm dead ass.
What do you think I am?
And we gonna go there, and we gonna go there. We gonna sit down and order some food.
I don't think you dead ass though. You don't know who
No,
you talking to.
I'm dead
Give,
ass,
give
nigga.
me the location. Give me the,
I'm
what's the
I'm a
restaurant
DM
called?
it to you because let me tell you something. I've been thinking about it. I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna pull up. I told myself I want to pull up a number of Hellcats
Let's
with
do it.
niggas. That's what
No,
I want
no.
to
See,
do.
now you adding shit.
Why not?
You adding different shit.
They
You
pussy,
and I
right?
going.
They pussy though,
That's my
right?
thing. You pulling up in Hellcats with a bunch of niggas, you gonna get them to call the cavalry up. One thing I want to make sure we clear about. I know this. We've been having a good conversation. I want to make sure we clear about something.
Uh-huh.
The conversation of going to war with the KKK in any way, even in visuals, is dangerous. Let's make sure that's clear because they're more subtle than any beast of the field.
For sure, I agree.
That means they'll sit and watch you getting in on it.
Uh-huh.
They'll get your profile. They'll run you
Uh-huh.
down. They'll get your tag information. They'll tap these flock cameras. They'll do whatever they can because they scared for one. They ain't going to come out in the open, and they're not trying to
For
deal
sure.
with a whole bunch of nobody. And they can take people out of their houses like they done before and then make a statement. So it's a dangerous thing. Not saying that will happen. It's just a dangerous thing to do as long as people know that. For two, pulling up with a bunch of niggas at a place that we know we ain't supposed to be at is asking for problems, not to make a statement that we can go. That's asking for a problem. I wouldn't do that demonstrating on a nigga hood.
I understand. You know, so me saying I would. So you're right. I wouldn't pull up loud, right? I get that, but at the same time, it's like you wouldn't do that because you know, right? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even if we went in there quietly, it's still we shouldn't be there, and we know that.
Now
We
maybe we
don't gotta
should
be. We don't
maybe the
gotta
we
be
shouldn't be
loud.
there. So the point is, yeah, all that we shouldn't be there is just based off of who the fuck they want there. We can still go in there. We can. As long as you're not speaking about going to any sun, but you can't hold a dog. Because you bat that dog in that corner enough, they're gonna show you that they're more ruthless than you.
Now let's spin it back to what is the foundation of this conversation? Like what is it
The
that you wanted
foundation
me
of
to
the
know? What is it that you wanted me to take from this?
well, firstly, I was curious about what it was that you were doing with the shirt thing, the video that I
Uh-huh.
saw. The moment that you started speaking, though, I got more clarity on what it was that you meant when you were saying you could take it there. Because I answered that question in the beginning. I got
Yeah.
more clarity on that. So if I would say you take anything, if you were willing to, it would be to be careful with what you're doing because once you start gaining more attention, they're going to make you a leader of it. It ain't even about you anymore at that point. It's about everybody that's following you. So even if you became a target or whether or not you did, there are people who will watch your movement that if you're not careful or cautious about what you're doing, you could be done poked a dragon and started a race war that wasn't really happening. You be done
I
started
understand.
it because
It
you ain't
wasn't
no
I
telling who
understand
you
that
influence.
that wasn't happening loudly, but it's always happening. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Okay.
saying. The race, put it this, the war is evident in the reason why I was called in that office. You know what I'm saying? The war still is there. That's why I was called in the office to say you can't wear that because
No,
it's
you were
still
called in
happening.
the office because you were wearing it.
If there was because that's what I'm saying. The war still exists. I should be able to wear. I should be able to wear that, right?
That's the problem. Y'all are trying to market, and these people are strategic. Listen to me now. Y'all are marketing. They're strategic warriors. They're not even telling you who they are.
Oh, I know.
So when you wear the shirt, you saying, "Look at me." They're not doing that.
That's the see. I hear that, right? But you know what I think about? See, that's the thing. They not telling us who they are. They gonna always have that because I can't hide being black, bro. I walk outside, I'm black. A racist KKK member can't hide being that. I can't hide being black. So whether or not I'm wearing an anti-KKK shirt or not, or I got glasses, suspenders, and a book bag on, nigga, I'm still black.
If you
So
could, I'm talking about.
they
I'm
gonna
not talking about
forever
race.
they gonna forever have that up on us because
I'm not talking
so,
about race.
no, what I'm saying is those ones that I'm talking about. The
Hmm.
reason why I couldn't wear the shirt in the gym, they can hide their racism. They can hide their hate. They can hide who they are. I
Yep.
can't hide being black, bro. I can't hide this. So it don't matter if I'm standing
Okay,
up for it
you're gonna say
loudly.
you're gonna say it
So hold
twice.
on.
Look, that's not what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying.
okay, go ahead.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, because not everybody that's Caucasian is KKK.
That's the point. That's what makes it easy to put in a blend in because of course I'm not walking around thinking, oh, you KKK, oh, you racist. No. I don't put that on
You have
every
to be
white
able to hear
person I
both
see.
sides of that so that you like. Not everybody who Caucasian is KKK. You see, so you saying I can't hide that I'm black. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you say I'm at war with the KKK, not at war with the white race. When you say I'm at war with the KKK, here I am. You aren't moving strategically. But they're not thinking in terms of T-shirts and marketing and who came up with a brand first and going back and forth on the internet. If them folks still active, them folks still active on the principles that they've been active on for over 500 years. They're not
Yeah, I
thinking
know.
how you're thinking. Even when as a matter of fact, they were still hiding when they did the KKK sheet. The KKK sheets was a cloak. They were hiding back then. Did you realize that? So if they were hiding back then, they were strategic back then.
Yeah, for
If they're
sure.
hiding now, they're strategic now. But to say, here I am, I'm at war with the KKK, is like, all I'm saying, you asked me, what would I ask you to take away? I'm not against what you're saying. I'm not against the shirt. I'm just saying this internet thing is very powerful. Be cautious about what you're doing and be cautious about the fact that you will become, if you pursue this, more and more of an influencer, which means you will be more and more responsible for what people do when they're looking up to you. And you're going to be more and more responsible for the target on your back. And if all you were doing was making a statement, that ain't how these people gonna look at it as you grow, because you're gonna grow. It's gonna gain more traction. And I would say, I would love for you to be able to still push your message as long as you know what can come with it. Because my message was against niggas. And my house got shot up. I done had guns pulled on me. I done got shot at. People around me, all kind of shit done went down because my message was against the damage that we were doing to ourselves. But I knew what I was signing up for, so I was never
For sure.
confused when
For
it showed
sure.
up at my door.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that. And
Okay.
I'm not even like I'm not even like I wouldn't say I'm not worried about it. But it's
Okay.
like it's not a thought because when it comes to certain things like this, I don't lay down. It's not a lay down in me. So me making a loud statement, whether because there's different ways of fighting this battle. Like it's different ways. Some people are louder than others. Some people push the pen and paper. Some people walk with groups of people and speak it and put people on that way and open up people's minds in different ways. Right. So that experience woke me up, and I was just like, I don't like this. Like I'm cool until y'all motherfuckers try to make me do something, all because your racist ass ways. I'm so then I'm like I can't lay down on this. So whatever comes from it, then this will come from it. But I can't lay down on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whatever whatever
I'm
whatever
with
comes
you.
from it.
You
I
ever,
just
you ever,
can't. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Like just
Like I said,
imagine,
I'm
just
with you.
imagine. It's like the climate of this world today still exists and what's going on.
We making it more of that though. When we focus on an outside enemy like they're bitches. Like the KKK, I always looked at them like some hoes. But that don't mean I'm gonna go to where they at and provoke them, or even try to attempt to provoke them in any way, because it's unnecessary. That's why they say you pick your battles. You got to
Yeah.
think how the generals do. Yo, pick
Hmm.
your battles, because we already got to deal with us, and then we make ourselves a target for them, and they do retaliate.
Did
They
you did
do
you, did
get
you
they
watch my
do get
video?
crafty.
Did you watch my video with a lady who called me from corporate? She called me from corporate. A Lifetime Fitness called me from corporate. She say, "You being disrespectful." I said, "Who am I disrespectful to?" She says, "The people that don't like your shirt." So she's basically calling and telling me like, because since I switched the shirts and wore the ones, I said my shirt don't go against policy. She goes, "Well, this isn't in policy." Everything's not going to be in policy, but you're disrespecting people. Well, who? Because if the shirt stands against racists, I said it's a police officer arresting a Klansman. I said, so who am I disrespecting?
Maybe the Klansmen.
Exactly. So I'm supposed to just lay down
No, it's
and be like,
all
yes,
right.
sir.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you how I move. I'll sit and have lunch with the KKK. I'll sit and have lunch with the gang members too and the OGs, and I've done that to see if we can get some shit solved in the community. I'll sit and have lunch with the KKK to see what's going on. It's better for me to be able to do that also because now I can figure out what's moving. They'll let me know what's moving. They'll let me know where our people should be and not to be at certain points in time if that's what they're about to do. My point is, it's different mentalities, it's different ways to go about it. Not to say that you're going about it the wrong way. It's just to say, yo, and the intelligence of it is the Klansmen are still people and they operate. And when you go into a gym and you sharing a gym with Klansmen, they might not like the fact that you got on a shirt that's hanging to people and they might not have ever killed nobody or ever supported
Yeah.
what else the other sides of the Klan, because that ain't all the Klan was. The Klan was
Yeah.
Christians. The Klans that they was a cult.
Yeah.
They focused
Yeah.
on pure. They got an other side of them too. So maybe the people
For
that you're
sure.
dealing with, every Confederate person that got Confederate flags in their ancestry, don't think that black people were supposed to be slaves. We think Confederate flag, and we think that's the only thing the Confederates stood for. So you
Yeah.
got some people who are still here, or descendants of those people, they're just holding on to that lineage. They might not agree with everything from the lineage. And there are people that are in our ancestry that did things that we probably wouldn't agree with if we actually knew the whole story. But we
Yeah.
wouldn't want to see a picture of ours, and they don't want to see a picture of theirs. It's just common sense, bro. Now, do that
Yeah.
mean you're supposed to lay down? No. It just means that even still, I would handle it a different way. If Now let me say this to you, and then I'm gonna listen to you. When I was younger, though, when I was like 15, 16, 17, we probably would have been wearing the same shirt. When I was younger and I didn't have as much of a responsibility as reaching all these people, I was a lot more loose with my approach. I was ready to burn down this and take this and tear it down and F this and da 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 whoop the whoop. But I was attracting a lot of the negative shit directly to me. And as I got older, like now, I'm gonna give you an example. I got a song called Beta Wave. I cannot drop that song now. As a matter of fact, we might got to take that song down because I'm too powerful. And if I drop that song now, the police will have a problem on their hands. But that's not a good thing, because if the police have a problem on their hands, then I was the devil. Because for that moment in time, I took our attention off of the things that we could really be doing to fix ourselves and help our communities. And I focused it on an external enemy, and I enabled people to get hurt. I enabled innocent police officers to get hurt because their association with the academy. I enabled people to be tear gassed, shot, killed, arrested. I pushed forth a movement that got people displaced and hurt, all because of my opinion and how I felt about something. Now, you felt some type of way about what happened at the gym. You have the right to do that. You pushed it further. You got the right to do that. Just know people are going to start believing in you. And when that happens, you'll be met with a crossroad of what I'm saying. I wouldn't want it to be no situation for the wisdom to hit you. Here
For
now, where it's
sure.
like you may be at a crossroad one day and it'd be like, this ain't what I meant for it to be.
For sure. I understand what you mean.
You see what I'm
I do.
saying?
I get that. I get what you mean by that.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm wise enough to know how to navigate myself if that comes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like uh I know how it started or why it started. Um and it's like cool, all right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm not the first person to put out anything like this. So it's like I know I'm not the first person. There's multiple brands that got imagery like that. So it's like I'm not the first person. So
Mhm.
but maybe I'm the first person to put out certain type of content with it
Yep.
because there was a bold statement.
Yep.
Um, but at the same time, it's like shit. Like,
I'm not against your statement. And
yeah,
in the perfect world, like I said, nigga, I'll turn this shit into a cartoon. That shit in my blood. The point
yeah,
is, we have to have a certain amount of strategy with this shit too, because
yeah,
if we don't, we'll be confusing. I say like this: when I was in high school, I was teaching a lot of the brothers on my campus. I was a young teacher, so advanced beyond my years. And when I started to realize what types of damages could come from certain things like this, I started to develop statements of sense. And one of those statements was a question, rather. And I asked the brothers who were there, because we were all talking about revolution, Nat Turner, you know what I'm saying, Fred Hampton, all the revolutionary stuff we were talking about. And I said, let me ask you this. How many lives are worth your revolution? Because if you don't know, what you're doing is revolutionary, meaning it will align you with revolution. I said, how many lives are worth your revolution? Meaning when you step forth and say, this is what I'm going to do, how many lives are worth it? Somebody was like 100,000. Somebody said, well, however many it take for us to get it done. I said, you know, the reason why y'all are giving these answers is because you haven't thought about your family. You haven't thought about the people who are immediately around you, who could be impacted by what you're doing. You haven't thought about your mother, your father, your children, your cousins. You ain't thought about them yet. I said, you will know you're ready for that revolution when the answer to how many lives are worth your revolution will be 0. If you can help it, you don't want nobody perishing for this shit. You see what I'm saying? You want to go about it a certain way. And one of the best ways that I would suggest is to just think about what your role will be as you get bigger in that. If it happens, because it can happen tomorrow, that you go completely viral. And then you become an icon of something that people will really say, fuck it, it's on. And you have to know what come with that.
Yeah. I feel that, bro. But you know, I also think like this too, though. There's been enough shit happen to us. What motherfuckers should have been say, fuck it, come on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you feel me? Everything you say is valid when it comes to understanding
If
what
we
type
say
of
fuck it, come on.
what
We're
type of
gonna lose.
action, what type of reaction comes from certain actions. Like that's valid. I've thought about that. Like, damn, okay, is this gonna go that big? I didn't know. Okay, where if this happened, this even certain DMs I get, right? I have to tell them in the DMs, like they'll say some shit like, listen, me making a statement isn't a hate towards all other people. I'm only shedding to people who are towards racist people that those type. Not everybody is like that. So I understand what you mean by everybody could just take it and put that on everybody, and that's just not the case. So, but yeah, I get it because I be having to do it in the DMs already. Like, hey yo, like
If
don't go
we
do
say,
don't.
let me say this to you. If we say fuck it, come on, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. You have to deal with the fact that, for one, whether or not the KKK was ever labeled a terrorist organization, their religious aspect will be looked at as a constitutional right. And whatever they call themselves now, they will have a constitutional right to operate. What does that mean? That means that the state will protect them, which means that to take up arms against the KKK will mean we'll have to go against the police,
Oh yeah,
including
we know
black
that.
people, by the way,
No, we know
including
that.
black police officers.
No. That's why people. That's why you'll hear people say, why they won't put. Why haven't they put the RICO on the KKK? I hate that running gesture. They still protected by the government, and the government know that these people killed a whole lot of for no reason, and they still because the KKK is the government too.
So then we'll
You know what
lose.
I'm saying?
If
like,
the
you know what I'm
KKK is the
saying?
government, we
We
can't
know
win
that.
that. We can't win that fight. You think we
So
can win
so,
that?
and you know here's the unfortunate thing, right? And I'm wise enough to know this. No matter how anybody feel about it, we not gonna win any of the fights in America.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I mean, we not. We can do our very best. Uh, put it this way. You know what? Let me say it this way. We not gonna live to see it one. It can be one day, but me and you not gonna live to see it. We not gonna live to see it. So it's like there's all this other saying like we not gonna win. Which one will we win? Which one? Which one?
This
I
one.
mean, I mean, that's yeah. But that
This
that
one.
that don't. But see, that's the thing though. That part right there, that take a certain kind of person and people to no not to lead it, but to accept it, right?
I
One
accept it.
thing one thing about it is like you gonna have people that think like you believe in the message you send on any type of level. Not everybody receives it, right? So and that's one thing that's like we can fight, but we can go all that, but we're not gonna see the day where we ain't gotta worry about this shit no more, bro. We're not gonna see the day where hoods don't
Well,
exist no more, man.
right
We're
now
not
I'm
gonna
not
see the day.
worried. Right now I'm not worried about it because of this.
Yeah.
Because I know, like I told you about the military. The military, when they go into certain areas, they have to assess the terrain, right? Any wise person, niggas, we did that. We sent somebody we called them a scout. We sent somebody to go check this shit out before we head over to this environment. You see? So that's using your brain. The winners of the war do this. And we got them right now because we not doing all that extra shit that people out there trying to act like they, all the NFAC and all the people, we got guns and all this shit. The military, the government, all them, they know that's an illusion. We ain't out there doing that. We got them right now because when we do this, it's to ourselves. When we use our brain and we assess what is the real enemy right now. Is the enemy the KKK? And we're able to make the intellectual assertion that that is not the enemy. Then we take a step forward. All right, what else? Do we need reparations to get on our feet? No. We get to another level now. Is Trump a racist? And then another part of our brain said, what the fuck do Trump being a racist got to do with your growth and development as a human being? And in your community where people can come together and have come together regardless of whether or not Trump was even president. I say, you cooking with grease. I'll take another degree forward.
For sure.
And somehow I come from the same environment where we were taught to be Democrats and all of that. And I'm not playing no politics game. I'm not on no Republican, Democrat. I don't give a fuck what them people doing over there in that U.S. corporation business. Don't have nothing to do with what we can do. When me as a rapper, me as an artist or an influencer, and yourself, we can make one post and sway more than anything they could have ever wrote down in legislation. I know what power actually is because I'm assessing what power actually is, not accepting what they're trying to tell me it is. Fuck all that.
I understand that, but we know why. Like all of what you're saying, that shit. If everybody going at one mind to do that, that'd be nice.
It don't take
But we,
everybody.
well, even okay, cool. It don't. But we all know too, though. When that start happening, when it starts happening, we already know what's about to happen.
What?
The ones that are asleep, that's in those positions. That's in those positions. The ones that sleep, as long as we quiet and chill, they let us be. But we start moving, they gonna show you who got the keys to the door still. They gonna start locking shit down. So it's like, so what I'm saying is this: the level of shit, the increase of showing who's still in power depends on how hard we start fighting again. So you right, it's gonna take that, but then that's gonna wake them up too, because it's like, oh, y'all niggas think that y'all can come together, huh? Y'all niggas really think we finna let y'all come together, huh? Okay, bet. We finna show y'all. We finna show y'all who still got the key to this door that
Now,
y'all
how
trying to
would they
get
do
in.
that? How would they do that?
The same. Okay. I'm gonna dumb it down, right? I'm not saying you need me to, but I'm gonna dumb it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same way they do simple shit like this. You know how actors and entertainment, television, the Oscars and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They do little small shit just to show you who they are still. Oh, you know what? Hey, this year, don't nominate none of these niggas and watch how mad they get. Watch how they show you they still want our approval for their achievements.
There you go.
Okay, this year, no blacks. Oh my God. Oh my God. Black people they take steps back because they still care about that shit,
You
right?
see how me listening to you from the intellectual standpoint, do you see how the ball rolls right back into the court of black people? We gotta care about their shit for them to be able to say
That's what I'm saying is that's the part where there's so much in order that where it's hard to it's that's what happens. And it's like you made me miss a thought I was about to say after that. Like, you right, because I always say, why the fuck do we care about a damn Oscar? Name that bitch something else and do it our own. Like, but for some reason, like I hate this statement that they constantly do to keep the majority of us programmed. They'll say the first black person to do this. Why the fuck we still gotta claim that shit like that? Why the fuck do we need to be known as the first black motherfucker to do shit? Right? But that is small little shit that keeps that shit programmed to the ones that don't think outside that.
But when you start doing this and you become popular because you do this, like myself and yourself, people start looking up to that. And it would mean that we don't give a fuck what white people got going on.
Oh,
As a
I
matter of
don't.
fact, let's remove race out of the whole thing. I'm gonna fuck with white folks, black folks, Hispanics, Asians. Let's remove race out of the whole situation. When we remove race out of the whole situation, it shows that we have the security to be able to do that. It's the insecurity to make us think, no, we got to talk about it because they're racist. I don't give a fuck if they're racist. You see what I'm saying? I don't care. If Walmart is racist, Target is racist, I don't give a fuck. I don't need you to like me for me to get these groceries. You know what I'm saying? Let me get these
For
groceries and
sure.
get on the fuck up out your way.
For sure.
And then when we have our own shit, then we could talk about whether or not Target and them was racist after we get our own shit. Other than that, I'm not
For
boycotting
sure.
Target. Hey, put them in the bag. Put them groceries there. Well, they don't like you. I don't care. If they don't like me, then the people who make these streets, we're going to boycott the streets. The people who make
Yeah.
the streets didn't like us. We're
Hey,
going to
hey,
boycott
hey,
them.
hey, watch this, my bad.
You good.
I think that if we I'm not trying to be funny, but this is something I've always thought about. If we can get niggas to stop shopping on Black Friday, we'll get niggas to come together on anything. Right? People don't even realize how much they fall into these motherfucking tricks on Black Friday, on Cyber Monday. You know what I'm saying? It be the small shit. Don't shop on Black Friday and watch what happens. Right? Just don't do it. But niggas, nobody, they're not gonna
Well,
not do
what'll
it.
happen?
What do you? It'll show what they really trying to do when it comes to controlling you in the simplest ways of consumption. Being consumers, how you consume is another way they do to control you. How you consume, how you stay locked in on consumption on certain things that blind you, it's all the same. There's so many methods to this shit. And they pinpoint it in every aspect of what affects you in your day-to-day life.
Do you
And
celebrate the
one, and
4th?
one and one thing is consumption, bro. Everybody consumes something every day.
Do
You
you
need it.
celebrate the 4th?
No. Fuck.
You don't celebrate any of their holidays then?
No. No.
Okay, well then you're on the right page. So then, not just Black Friday, stop celebrating all their holidays.
I don't.
Not
I
saying you.
don't.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I'm saying,
that's
yeah,
why
I'm
I
saying,
asked
yeah,
you.
yeah. But we get people to simply understand just that. People. I tell people this all the time. I'll be date or trying to get to know somebody or something, whatever. Oh, on Chris, why the fuck you celebrate Christmas? Do you know where this shit come from? It is
Right.
just like, and that's just a simple shit. You don't even got to dive that deep. You don't even got to be that intellectual to go that deep and to understand why you should be fucking with it,
Right.
right? But people are so programmed. Oh, I like the lights. Even my mama, I just like the lights. They got your stupid ass. They
Right.
got you. I tell people all the time, go back and watch The Matrix, and now apply that to your world today.
Okay, so you don't think they got you with the race thing?
I'm gonna tell you why. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't believe everyone is racist. I don't believe every white person hate every black person or every this and that. I don't believe that. But the ones who still operate in that fashion, I don't like them, and I always stand against them. Is that simple? Now,
Okay.
did I mean for this shit to happen with the gym? Did I know it was gonna happen? Nah. But I'm not gonna accept it when it's happening. I won't ever accept any form of racism towards me, or if I'm in the environment of it, I can't just walk away. It's hard for me.
Understood. You don't think you were programmed to have that mentality?
I would say this, nah, to be honest, Brody, nah. The way I was raised,
That's programmed.
I wasn't raised that way. What made me look at it is what happened as I grew up outside my household. The
Right.
environment of how seeing racism happen to me for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Being told I couldn't eat somewhere. I'm like, what? Being stereotyped, all that shit. I'm just like, okay. But I wasn't raised to think that these like every person is against me. I wasn't raised that way. My parents
No, I mean
ain't.
by program, I mean like you don't think you were programmed when you say you're not going to accept racism. So if a Caucasoid say to you, "Get out of here, nigga," like what you gonna do?
I'm gonna assess my situation, see how I should respond.
Okay. So if you assess a situation and it's a hostile situation, what do you do?
I'm gonna be a wise man
And do what?
and make sure I keep myself alive.
And so you're gonna walk away,
I'm gonna do whatever's necessary to keep myself alive, depending on
and
the
that's wise.
situation.
So
Yeah,
can
that's
you
it.
walk? Can you misassess the situation?
It's possible, but it's highly unlikely for me.
It would be highly unlikely. I respect that. Now, can it happen?
For me to misassess,
Yeah.
I don't, bro. It's hard,
If you
bro.
can walk away when someone is putting your life in danger, can't you walk away regardless?
You said if I can walk away when my life is in danger.
Can't you walk away regardless? Let me tell you what. Let me say something because I'm asking a bunch of questions. Nigga done said a Caucasian done said nigga around me, and just to see what my expression was gonna be. And I was like, it literally happened just like this. I was out by Garnett Station in Atlanta. A white dude walked up to me, homeless dude, was talking about his black friend. It was like, man, this nigga keeps doing this, that, I'm sick of this nigga. Da, 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 da. And he looked at me. I was like, you were done with your story? You were telling me something. And he was
Yeah,
shook. You want to know why he
yeah.
was shook? Because
Because
he
he
was
wanted a reaction he
expecting,
didn't get.
he was, can we clip that?
You know
Can
what
we
I'm saying?
clip that though? Because you say they can control people through consumption. They can control you with the reaction.
For sure. For sure. Now,
They don't
now,
get a
now,
reaction out of
now,
me. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't care what nobody say. You can say whatever you want to say. You all bitch ass nigga. Okay.
now.
I
See,
know too much to give a fuck what a nigga say.
I don't believe in. So here's like it's like this. Like for me, as long as I don't feel physically threatened, whatever come out your mouth, like I'll laugh in your face, be like, nigga, you still think that gonna get me to jump, nigga? Like that's what I would say. Because it's like I understand, like you just want to see a nigga be a nigga. So
But
you
that's
you
racist
being
though. That's what
you
I'm
and I
saying.
know
That's racist. If somebody call you a nigga, that's racist.
for sure.
And you were saying you ain't standing for it.
I'm not okay, here's what I'm saying. But just
Okay.
because if they call me if that happened to me, it's not gonna make me be a fool in the situation, bro. Me not standing for it can easily be either me removing myself from it, speaking on it, and letting know, hey, and then I can remove myself. Now, if it keep coming at me to where now you threatening, that's different. But if it's just your mouth, all right, cool. I can handle someone being verbally racist. It's the physical shit. It's the racist energy that come behind the verbal, and then now it comes with the physical aggression. That's
So
different.
what made you do the shirt in the beginning? Like what made you make the original shirt?
What make me made the shirt that
Like
I
the original KKK noose shirt. What made you do
I
that?
didn't. So that first one I wore in the gym, that's not mine. But the one I made after to go
You
against
said
their
that.
policies, that was me. Okay, it wasn't about the words. It was about racism being put into action against me. It was like, okay, someone's racist, and then you guys are siding with the racist and telling me what I can and cannot do, and telling me you're gonna ban me, telling me this. So now it's like I gotta walk y'all line. So okay, now I take that as all right. That's something different. That's an action. That's like okay. So you trying to make me conform? I'm not conforming
That's a part of your programming, family. And I don't mean it disrespectfully. I have a programming. A part of your program, let me tell you an example. It don't mean you gotta accept what I'm saying. I don't disrespect what you're saying. I would have just left the fucking gym. I don't
I
want to
did
make
that
no
day.
statement to them. I don't care about making no statement to them. If they don't want me to wear the shirt that I don't want, as long as it ain't no physical situation, I'm leaving the gym, and I don't want to come back to show them that I can still demonstrate in they shit.
For sure.
That's just me though. I'm saying like me,
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah, yeah, I
going
get you.
around and go ahead.
No, so I get you. I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier for me to maneuver through life if I just keep moving. All right, y'all full of shit. I'd have been in certain establishments they ain't want me there. After I pop my shit, I go ahead. I ran
Yeah.
into problems when I came back to make a statement. That's when I ran into problems when coming back and making a statement in their shit. So that's what I'm saying. That's a part of our program. I think we got to prove something to them that we're not afraid and we ain't gonna stand for it and all that other stuff. Leave their gym. If that's a racist gym or you get an inclination that they're racist, for one, it would have been a wiser thing to do to hit them with discrimination. Don't just let her tell you that, oh, that's not actually against the policy. Okay, well now you're discriminating.
Oh, that's
So
already emotional. I
okay, I'm
just
not
I
okay,
don't see. I
okay.
don't I don't air that like that type of stuff. I'm not gonna put out on it, and like I'm not gonna. But that's
Okay, hit them with
already
discrimination,
yeah
get
yeah
your
yeah.
coins,
That's
and then
already.
and fuck
But I
them.
had to. So the thing is with that, and that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't post the tail end. Like there's more to the conversation that happened. That's the reason why I didn't post that part,
Overstood.
right? Because that's where it's like okay, it's like there was a fine line, and she danced on that line until she said a few things, and she said, "I got it." She goes, she said this. She said something, and she realized it, and she said, "I'll give you a call back Monday. I'm in this phone call." Like she got off the phone quickly because she knew she fucked up. So it's like at one point it couldn't have been classified as discrimination because they used the blanket of the policy, right? But that phone call she gave me, where I made her pick a side in a sense, by asking questions a certain way. And she even said it. You're trying to push me to make me say something that I don't want to say. She, now, will I feel like I'll ever like not have that or choose to like let it go? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe before we got on this phone call, I just landed the plane. That was like 30 more. I thought I was ready, but I had to get off the plane. I had to part like so. It's like I don't got time for this shit.
You
So it's
see
not
how you
like
said people are asking you for the shirt?
yeah. I get that could fall back to the other point. So it's like I get that. So it's like it ain't like it ain't about the money for me. I did a certain number of shirts. When they sell out, I'm good on the print of the. I'm good on the KKK print. Now
People are
other
gonna
shit that I
look what
other
I'm
shit.
saying. People are gonna wear them shirts.
Yeah,
So that's all I'm saying. As long as you know, like the universe is set up a certain way. As long as you understand that,
I
like
get what you're saying.
we have a
With
responsibility, and I didn't
whether
always know.
yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Are you good?
No, I'm listening. I should be listening right now. Go ahead.
I didn't always know what I was doing until I started to assess the particular damages that could come
For
when
sure.
people because the internet is so fast. People will really latch on to something that might be a shirt in a situation for you. It'd be a movement for their whole life, and they invest in it, and the shit can come back to your door if you're not careful. So if you telling me you thinking about all that, you already assessed all that, that's a different conversation. If you
Yeah,
haven't, then I would just say let this conversation be one of those conversations, if not the conversation, where you think about, man, people are asking for them shirts and they're going to go out in public with them, and then that's going to be a magnet, right? You got
yeah,
the lady that might be wearing the shirt because she black power, she can get follow home. You got the young man wearing the shirt, and he can run into a Carmelo Anthony situation that's actually based on you just thinking about it, just letting it be known that when you're stepping up with certain type of movements, especially this day and time, just know what can come with it.
for sure.
I don't expect nobody to have no fear or lay down or none of that. I'm just saying what I tell mine who be around me. We pick our battles. We moving. I'm gonna say one more thing to you, then we go ahead and you get the last word. We moving. We were 17, 18, 20 deep, moving in public. First time we hit the grounds and we hit a Publix, and Elder OG was coming out the door. We get to the door. Elder OG coming out the door. He stood in the way of the door when he seen us coming. He didn't move out the way. But what I do, I went around him. But he stood and held his ground so much for whatever the fuck reason he thought he needed to, that I bumped into the damn automatic door going in. But did I stop and confront him? No. I kept moving. But the brothers who was behind me, immediately erupted into a confrontation. And I turn around and I come to him, I say, hey man, y'all go ahead. He don't even know. Y'all go ahead. And I walk. And the dude was like, man, I don't know. So y'all gonna have to show me what I do. I walk up to the dude, I extend my hand. I said, I do apologize. And he shook my hand. And we went into the store. But when we coming back out the store, he's standing in front of the store talking to the manager. His ego hurt. Something dealing with him. He won't have nothing to do with whatever he's dealing with. His pride and his ego is actually injured. You see, now this could have been a situation with any of that. He could have had some shit with him that we don't know nothing about. Meaning people rolling with him, all of us equipped. Either way it goes, if he would have got hurt, it would have been bad on me. If one of mine would have got hurt, it would have been bad on me. It's the type of mentality that I have to have, that no matter what the situation, we really do got to think our way through these last little pieces, nigga. We done went through everything. We done saw what the elders did. We not our elders. This is not the 60s and the 70s. And a lot of them lost their life. And a lot of us didn't get to see what losing your life for this looked like, bro. We get to see the internet side. We didn't get to see what losing your life or being brutalized by these people. We didn't get to really see what that shit looked like in front of us. So now it's like we getting comfortable with the fact that we done adjusted to the internet world, but some of them have not let go of their ways of how they will track you down and make a statement out of what it is that you're doing. So I'm saying, let this conversation be at least a sign that, be careful about this type of thing. We got to be wise. We got to be intelligent. We got to be crafty. I can't say too much, but we can't be, you know what I'm saying? Because the shit can come with a price.
Yeah.
As long as we understand that, as long as we think about that, then,
Nah, for sure.
that was the point of my
That's valid.
conversation.
Nah, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. I don't really
All
got
right, you got
enough
the
to
last
say
word.
on. No, man, shit. Everything is cool. It's good conversation. Like only reason I Only reason I commented on your shit because I was like, I, I didn't know. Like I thought that I didn't know. I was just like, damn, why everybody just keep? I thought that you just saw her story and just ran with it and was like sighing
No,
at
I
me
didn't even
like,
know who the girl was.
yeah, yeah.
When
So
I came to your thing and I was like, Sai, I'm sighing because I'm tired. I just told you, I'm tired of seeing people monetize a movement that real blood
yeah,
was
yeah.
spilled for.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You thought
Real
you thought
blood
I
was
was just
spilled.
doing shit. You thought I was just doing shit because of that type of shit. But now you get the clarity to understand.
Yeah,
Like, nah, I just
now I understand more of what I get more of what your particular approach is, for sure.
yeah, yeah. But you know,
And
we good,
I
homie.
hope the best for you.
And for sure, you too, brody.
Was that all though? I said you got the last word, so I running my
No,
mouth.
no, that's it. I feel like shit. Everything got talked about. Like it was, you know what I'm saying. I don't really got nothing to say on it. I agree. I agree with a lot of shit you say as far as the responsibility that come behind certain things. So you know, everybody should be mindful of that.
All right, that's a bet, Drew. Be
Yeah, for
safe,
sure.
fam.
Homie. Yeah, you too, dog.
Peace.
Yeah.